So when it comes to trading, we have so many strategies. We have different strategies for trading. For example, we have the support and resistance, we have the supply and demand, we have trend line, we have patterns, we have market structure, we have SMC, which is the smart money concept, we have Fibonacci retracement. We have so many strategies for trading, but that doesn't mean we should use all of them. Remember, all we have to do is pick a strategy that works for us and then keep using it to make money in the forex market. So in this series of video, I'm going to be explaining a few popular strategies you ought to know as a beginner trader, which are the support and resistance. I'm going to put them down here. Then we have supply and demand. Then we have trend line. And we have patterns. And we have market structure. So as a beginner trader, these are the strategies you ought to know. So first off, I'll be explaining support and resistance. So when it comes to support and resistance, this should always come to our mind. When the market is in our support, we buy, and when the market is in our resistance, we sell. So support, we buy. Our resistance, we sell. So when the market is in our support, we buy, and when the market is in our resistance, we sell. So I'll give you an example right now. So this is our resistance, and this is our support. So when the market comes to our support, we buy. When the market goes to our resistance, we sell. So support, buy, and when it's at resistance, we sell. And when it comes to support, what do? We buy. And when the market comes to our resistance, we sell. Support, buy, resistance, sell. And the market goes down to our support again, we buy, and so on. Support, you buy, the market goes up to your resistance, you sell. Then comes back to your support, you buy, goes to your resistance, you sell. So when it comes to support and resistance, this is what we should think about. When the market is in our support, we buy, and when the market is in our resistance, we sell. So this is like a consolidation, and the market don't always move in this phase. The market moves more in a trending form. So I'll give you an example with a trending market. So this is your resistance and this is your support. So when the market comes to our support, what do? We buy. And then when the market is in our resistance, we sell. Support, we buy. Resistance, we sell. When it comes to our support again, we buy. When the market is in our resistance, we sell. And then support again, we buy. Resistance, we sell. So this is an example of a trending market. And when the market comes to our support, what do? We buy. When the market goes to our resistance, we sell. Support, you buy. Resistance, you sell. So this is an uptrend, and I'll give you an example of a downtrend. So same thing for a downtrend. When the market comes to our supports, what do? We buy. And when the market is in our resistance, we sell. And then when the market comes back to our supports, we buy. When it's our resistance, we sell. Then support, you buy. Resistance, you sell. Goes down to your support again, you buy. Comes up to your resistance, you sell. Goes down to your support, you buy. Up to your resistance, you sell. Then goes down. So that's it, and so on. So this is a downtrend, and when the market comes to your support, you buy, and when it's at your resistance, you sell. So to make everything understandable, I'm going to give you a clear form of how support and resistance works. So all this example I've just given to you is just to show you how the buy from support and sell from resistance works. So you should always know that you should buy from support and sell from resistance. So now I'm going to give you the main example. Now you've understood the uptrend and the downtrend. So I'm going to give you the main example. So the market goes up. Now this is your supports and this is your resistance. So another thing you should know is that when the market breaks your resistance zone, when the market breaks your resistance level, it's no more called resistance, it's called support. I'll repeat again. When the market breaks a resistance level or a resistance zone, it's no more called resistance, but it's called support. It changes to support. So listen very well, because we're about to go on a very smooth ride. So this is your resistance and here is your support. And then the market goes up to break your resistance zone. So this resistance is no more called resistance, it's now called support. So what just happened? The market broke this resistance level, which means this is no more a resistance level, but it's now called a support level. So this is your new resistance and this is your support. So once again, the market comes to your support. What do you do when the market comes to your support? As you can see here, what do you do when the market comes to your support? You buy. And when the market breaks the resistance, this means this is no more called a resistance, now called a support. So what just happened? The market broke this resistance right here to the upside, which means it's no more called a resistance but a support, and this is your new resistance. So once again, the market comes down to your support. And what do you do when the market is at your support? You buy. And then the market goes up to break your resistance level, to break this resistance level to the upside, meaning this is no more called resistance, it's now called support. So this is your new resistance level. And same thing again, when the market comes to your support, what do? You buy. Why do we keep buying? Because we're in an uptrend. So buying is what we should do. So the market breaks your resistance level again. This is no more called a resistance. It's now called a support. So same thing again, the market comes to your support again, breaks your resistance, which means this is no more called your resistance, but it's called support. So one thing you should know is that the market won't keep going up forever. There's going to be a point where the market is going to start going down. And when that happens, what are we expecting? Like I've always told you before, we will see a market shift. So when the market breaks a support level, this means it's no more called support, but it's called resistance. And this is our support. So once again, when the market goes to our resistance level, what do? We sell. And when the market breaks our support level, which means this is no more called a support level, but it's called resistance. And this is our new support below. Same thing again, when the market goes to our resistance level, what do? As you can see here, when the market is in our resistance level, what do? We sell. And when the market breaks our support, this means this is no more called a support, but it's called a resistance. And this is our new support right here. So same thing again, the market goes up to our resistance level, what do? We sell. It's a good opportunity to sell. Because why are we selling? Because we're in a downtrend. As you can see, the market is moving down, so that's why we sold from here. So the market goes down, breaks our support, which means this is no more called a support, but it's called a resistance. So as you can see, we have been selling from resistance. Why are we selling from resistance? Because it's a downtrend. As you can see, the market is going down from this point. The market has been going down. So it's a downtrend and it's a good opportunity to sell from this resistance. All this resistance right here. This whole resistance. So if you notice, the market goes up to the resistance level and then it's a good opportunity to sell. The market goes down, came back to retest another resistance level up here, which is another good opportunity to sell again. and that's it. So if you notice from the very beginning, we were in an uptrend. So this is an uptrend where the market made higher highs and higher lows. So the market made resistance, support, resistance, support. So these support level are the levels we buy from when we are in an uptrend. You can see all these levels. These levels labeled S. These levels are where we can find our buy positions. These levels are where we can find our buy positions because the market is going up. And what do we do when the market is going up? Buy from supports. So we're buying from these supports because the market is in an uptrend. So that's until we had a market shift around here, and then the market broke the support, which means this time the market is about to go down. And where should we sell from? We should sell from resistance. So the market goes up to a resistance. This is a good sell opportunity. We can sell from this point and make our profits all the way down here. The market goes up to this resistance level again, and then we could sell from this point. And why are we selling? Because we're in a downtrend. As you can see, the market is going down and it's a good opportunity to sell. We can't buy from support when the market is going down. The market is going down, we should sell from resistance. So the market goes up to your resistance, we enter for a sell position. The market broke this support level, which turned resistance. So this support level is no more called support, but its new name is resistance. So the market broke it, and then we have a resistance up here. The market goes up to the resistance level, and then what do we do when the market comes to our resistance level? We sell, and that's how we sold. And this is the new support, and this is the resistance break support, because this resistance broke this support here. So this is how support and resistance works. And also we can only find this support and resistance, we can only mark out our support and resistance level from the bigger time frame. As you can see, we are in the 4-hour time frame. This is a 4-hour time frame here. So when we are waiting for market to come to our support or come to our resistance, we should be doing that in the bigger time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame. So if we're doing this, we should only do it in the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame, so we know when to enter. So we know, okay, the market is in our support level, we should go over to the smaller time frame to find buy opportunities. Or the market is in our resistance level, we should go over to the smaller time frame then to find sell opportunities. So this is how support and resistance works. So right now we're moving over to the main charts where I'll be showing you these supports and resistance. So this is the main charts, and we are on the 4-hour time frame. So we'll be starting from this point. As you can see, this is an uptrend. I should make this small bold so it's clear. So this is the 4-hour time frame, which means this is the bigger time frame. This is not where we trade from. This is where we look the trend of the market, if it's going up or down. So right now we are in an uptrend, and I'll show you those support and resistance right now. So now the market is going up, we should focus more on buying. And where are we buying from? We're buying from support. The market made a resistance level here. And what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to buy from support since the market is going up. So the market comes down here to make a support, which means this is a good opportunity to buy from. So the market made a support and then goes up, making a resistance, and then comes down, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, and support, then resistance, support, and then we have a market shift here. Now this is our market shift, which means the market is no more going up, but right now is about to go down. So now we have this market shift. This means the market broke below this support level. This is a support level. We're supposed to buy from support. We're supposed to buy from here because we're going up. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. The market is literally going up. So we're supposed to buy from here. But the market broke this point. The market broke support. So now the market has given us a clear market shift, meaning this market is no more going up, but it's about to go down. So this time we should sell from resistance because the market has broke this support level. So when resistance breaks support, we sell from resistance. So the market goes up into our resistance level. Remember, this is a resistance zone, this whole place. So the market goes up into our resistance zone. What do? We sell. And this is a whole lot of nice profit to the downside. Market made a support and then goes up to our resistance again. As you can see, this from here, this is your resistance. From here straight is your resistance. Here is your resistance. So the market goes up to our resistance. What do? We sell. Market goes down, hits our take profit, made a support, and then goes up again. What do when the market is in our resistance? As you can see, the market is still in our resistance. The market hasn't broke this resistance level. So the market goes up to our resistance. What do? We sell. So the market goes down again, create a support below, and then goes up to our resistance. All right, it's still a good opportunity to sell, but this time the sell didn't last long because we had a market shift again. This means the market is about to change direction. So if you notice from this very point, from the market shift, we'll be going down. The market has been going down. We're in a downtrend. This is your downtrend. The market is going down. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So the market has been going down from this point, not until this point where we had a market shift here. This is our market shift. So this market shift is telling us that the market is about to change direction. The market is about to go the opposite way, which means we have been in a downtrend, but this time the market is about to go uptrend. So what happens next? This means we'll buy from support. We're no more selling from resistance, but we are buying from support. Why are we buying from support? Because we have seen a market shift. So the market comes down to our supports, and this is a good opportunity to buy from. So the market goes up, creates a resistance, add a support here, and then goes up, a resistance, and then goes down, support, good opportunity to buy from, and this market is about to go to the upside. But as you can see right here, I think we have a consolidation. This right here seems like a consolidation because the market is just moving sideways. It's not going up, it's not going down, just moving sideways. But we are expecting this move to the upside. So if you notice from this level, from this point, this market shift, we had a market shift and we focused more on buying. And where do we buy from? We buy from support. So the market comes down to our support level. We entered for a buy, and then the market goes up to our direction because we're now in an uptrend. So the market goes down, made a support. We buy again. The market made some little ups and down, but at the end of the day, the market still goes up. So until the market came down again, and then we're expecting an uptrend after this whole consolidation. This is just a consolidation, and if you don't know what a consolidation is when the market is just moving sideways. It's neither going up or down. This is a consolidation. It just goes up, goes down, goes up. So we're expecting a sharp move to the upside. Why? Because we are in an uptrend. So this is how support and resistance works. And if you don't understand anything, I want you to understand this. Buy from support and sell from resistance. When the market is in our support, we buy, and when the market is in our resistance, we sell. So just like I've given the example here, goes up, goes down, breaks the resistance, which turns support. And where should we buy from? support. Why are we buying? Because the market is going up. So we buy whenever the market is going up, we sell whenever the market is going down, buy from support and sell from resistance. And also, I think I took a trade here. I took a trade here. Let's go over to the smaller time frame so we see it very clearly. I took a trade here. Yeah, that's it. That's this trade. I took this trade here. As you can see, we focused more on buying. I entered a buy position here and we made this whole profits to the upside because we are in an uptrend and we should not put our focus on selling. We should focus on buying. And where do we buy from? Support. And this is the 5 minutes time frame, mind you. This is a, or let's say 15 minutes time frame. So this is a smaller time frame. So the bigger time frame is where you look where the markets are going. As you can see, we seen where the markets are going, which means the markets, as you can see, the market is going up, so we should focus more on buying. So over to the smaller time frame, which is the 15 minutes. This is where I took this trade. So this 15 minutes, I waited for the market to come to my support level. So the market came around here, gave me a setup, so I entered for this trade. So as you can see, this is a minor resistance, then support. Market broke this resistance level to the upside, which means this is no more called resistance, it's called support. So the market broke it to the upside, and then the market came to my support level. This right here is my support level. This right here is my support level, which is here. Market came to my support level and then I entered the market at this point. So I waited until the market goes up. As you can see, I followed the trend and the market gave me this nice profit to the upside. So resistance, support, then the support broke this resistance, which turned to support, and then the market came down to support. What did I do? I entered for buy, and then this is a whole lot of nice profits. And I posted this on my Telegram channel. I shared the trade with my team, and we all made money. So right now the market is going through some kind of retracement. That's why we have this sharp move to the downside. And all glory to God, we exited this market from this point before the market started going down. We left the market from this point. So the market hit our TP, we took our profits, and then thank God we didn't experience this down move to the downside. So I think the market is still making some kind of retracement to the downside, so it can go up again to break the resistance because we're in an uptrend. This is just a smaller time frame. The market can be moving up in the bigger time frame, but if you go over to the smaller time frame, the market might be moving down. So this means the market is not done moving down, and until we see a market shift from the smaller time frame, this means the market is about to go up. Then we can enter for a buy, because that's what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for a buy opportunity. So we've seen that the market is going up in the bigger time frame, and then we go over to the smaller time frame to take buy opportunities. So when we see a market shift in the smaller time frame, we can enter for a buy position. So if you don't understand anything in this video, I want you to understand this one thing. When the market is going up, you buy. When the market is going down, you sell. Where do you buy from? You buy from support. And where do you sell from? You sell from resistance, just as it's written here. Buy from support, sell from resistance. Where the market is at your support level, you buy, and where the market is at your resistance level, you sell. So that's all for this video, and in my next video I'll be talking about supply and demand. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.